Hey everyone, Coach Austin here with another Yin Yoga flow. Today we're going to focus on our hips and do a few different poses, taking our hips in different ranges of motion and different directions. So let's get started. Come onto your mat and take a seat. We're going to start in happy baby pose. So lay down on your back, hug your knees in towards your chest, give yourself a little squeeze hug here. And then draw your knees towards your armpits. You're going to open up your legs here. And then turn your feet up towards the ceiling. So the bottoms of your feet turn up towards the ceiling. Your knees splay out towards your armpits, towards the side of your mat. And try to grab for your pinky toe edges of your feet. If that's too much for you, or you're really straining and struggling, what helps sometimes too is to grab the backs of the legs for a little support. Or maybe you can grab your shins. And so the name of the pose is Happy Baby, and I always like to think it's like a little happy baby in a crib. So like a little happy baby, you can move side to side, maybe roll around in one way and roll around in the other. Also, the pose is referred to sometimes as dead bug. So you're like a poster child for raid, right? A dead bug posing with its feet in the air and holding the pose. Keeping it nice and slow under tension. We're going to hold for about a minute, minute and a half longer. And now from here, if you'd like, another option that works well and can deepen the stretch is you can straighten your legs out. So you'll straddle. And with the straddle, take your hands behind your head. It's kind of like you're resting here and relaxing your hands behind your head. Or nothing forced, but let the legs splay out, feet active slightly, and try to relax and breathe with this the best that you can. If there's a little shake, a little wobble, that's okay. Let it be there. Breathe through it. Just try to relax the best that you can. And then to close, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And gently and slowly bring your knees back in. Woo, towards your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins. Rock and roll up and down the length of your spine here. Do it 2 or 3 times. And then from here, you're going to come up to your hands and knees, setting up for our next pose, which is frog. So you're going to face towards the side of your mat and walk your knees out wide apart as far as you can. Important to keep the knee and the hips in one line best you can. And you want to turn the big toe edge of the foot, so the big toe side of each foot down towards the floor. The pinky toe side is going to look up towards the ceiling or the sky. And walk the knees out as far as you can. Create right angles, 90-degree angles with your thigh bones and shin. And then come on to your forearms and relax here. Now, frog is an intense pose. I know that. And can bring up a lot of sensations and be uncomfortable. But I'm going to coach us through it. And I want you to try to stay relaxed as you can. So if we tense our body, what happens is then our mind starts to tense, and then it just becomes a loop where our body gets uncomfortable, then our mind starts fidgeting, and then we keep fidgeting, and it just doesn't work. And the alternative is to relax, soften with it, and surrender into it. And the term surrender is not implying, quitting or waving the white flag, but surrender in the terms of giving up or ceasing the struggle and the fight and letting the pose be as it is, your body be as it is, and you as you are, right here, right now. A few more counts will be in the pose. And if you want to go a little bit further from your forearms, you can drop your belly and chest and turn your head to the right or the left and relax and sit here with this. Avoid the urge to fidget and fight. That's natural. It's a response of our brain, an automatic response. But we can train our response and not to act in the automatic mode and way of doing. And to complete, I'll take one deep, slow breath in. And a deep breath out. And slowly come out. Find your way out. Ease your way out. And then press back to your hands and your knees. Come back onto your mat. And I'll take a little counter stretch here. So rock your knees side to side. Side to side. And then lay down again on your back. And hug your knees into your chest. And this time, wrap your right leg around your left leg. So your knees, or you're wrapping your right leg around your left leg, and grab for your ankles, so opposite ankles. Cow pose, but on our back, also called shoelace. And pull your shins and your ankles in towards your body. And you'll feel this in the piriformis muscle, which gets notoriously tight in athletes, or if you sit a lot, you will feel this. And nothing to do but to stay with this and allow the stretch to be as it is, the experience to be as it is. Just pay attention and notice how thoughts come and go, experiences and sensations come and go. Notice and be aware of your breath. And take a deep breath in. Then a deep breath out. Release your feet and your legs. Ooh. And take your feet back to the floor. Rock your knees side to side. And then set up for the opposite version of that pose. So hug your knees into your chest. Then wrap your left leg across. So it's like knee to knee, thigh bone moving towards thigh bone, the best you can. And pull your thighs and shins in towards your body. Gentle though, so you don't want to crank and really hurt yourself. But you want to add a little bit of pressure. So a little pressure to hug the shins and the knees and feet in towards the chest. You'll feel this in the opposite hip, opposite piriformis muscle. All right, so gentle pull. And even right there, I realized like, oh, I was pulling really hard on my legs. I was trying to force it. And I was like, Austin, what you literally just said, don't pull so hard. So even if we could say some stuff and realize it, but then remember to put it into action. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. And let go of your feet and your knees. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Rock and roll forward and back. And gently come onto your hands and knees. Setting up for our next hip opener pose, lizard. So bring your thumbs together to touch. Thumbs touch. Step your right foot to your right pinky. And shimmy your back leg back towards the back of your mat. I'm going to stay here upright. We're going to build and go further. But first, to stay here upright, untuck the back toes so the back foot is flat on the floor. Try to keep your front foot on 12 o'clock and keep the front shin or front knee stacked over the ankle. Try not to let the knee come too far forward. From here, start to turn your right foot out to about 1 o'clock if your mat was a giant clock. And come onto the pinky toe edge of your front foot. Curl your toes back so you flex your foot. And gently press your right thigh out away from your body. Gentle though, we're not cranking out, forcing it, but gentle press. And drive and press into your left hand as you rotate and turn your chest up towards the ceiling. Take both of your shoulders to your back. An option to stay here, or if you want to go a little bit further, go for the bind. So you'll bend your back knee. Try to grab your left foot, your left shin or ankle with your right hand. And if you're going for the bind here, pull your back leg in towards your body. And as you pull it in, rotate and twist your chest up and back towards the back of your mat. Take a deep breath in, full breath out, and gently let go of your foot if you have it. Reorient, come back to center. I'm going to take our counter pose here. You're going to sit your hips back into your left heel for a one-legged split. Turn your toes and knees up towards the ceiling. Take your hands on the outsides of your hips. Breathe in, and then exhale, slight bend in your front knee. Bow forward for 3 counts. 2. And then 1. Come back to lizard. And step back, downward facing dog. And to offset that, bring your feet together to touch. Lift your right leg up to the ceiling. Bend your upper knee. Stack and roll your upper hip on top of your lower hip. And then take your upper foot down to the mat. Come onto your hands and knees. Bring your thumbs together to touch. Step your left foot to the outside of your left pinky. Shimmy your right leg back, 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 back for lizard lunge on the left side. Start with the hands down. Now, if your back foot cramps, then you can tuck the toes. Sometimes that feels better. Or just keep the top foot flat on the floor. And press your hands down into the mat as you lift your chest up towards the ceiling. I have an external rotation here in lizard in our thigh bones, our hip bones. And we're working the abduction motion. So abduction is away from the body. So abduction movement here in the left leg. If you want to come a little bit deeper, you can come onto your forearms. That's an option as well. And you'll be your own guide and teacher as you go through this, and I'm here to lead us through it, but ultimately you know what's going on in your body and what you need. And if you'd like to go to the next stage here, you'll turn your toes to, here it'd be like 11 o'clock if our mat was the clock with that analogy. Then come onto the pinky toe edge of the left foot. Splay your left thigh bone, left knee out towards the left edge of your mat. And you could rest your left hand on your left thigh. Drive your right hand down. Not collapsing down, right? But engaged. So shoulders onto the back, belly, hips engaged. So there's an element of ascension or lifting up towards the ceiling instead of collapsing and dropping down towards the floor. And if you want to complete with the bind, you'll bend your right knee, grab your right foot, shin or ankle with your left hand. It's a big, big stretch here. Also gets the hip flexor and quad and the back leg. Bonus here, yeah? And then rotate, pull your back shin in towards your body. Rotate and twist. And then gently find your way back to lizard. Adjust your foot. I'll take the counter. Sit back and towards your right heel. If you can't come all the way down, that's okay. If you can, great. And then keep a slight bend in the knee. Toes point up. Bow forward over the front leg. 3 counts. 2. And slowly come back to lizard. Downward facing dog. Plant your hands. Lift your hips up and back. Upside down V. Bring your big toes together to touch. Lift your left leg up. Bend your upper knee. Roll, stack your upper hip on top of your lower hip. Open up, open up. Downward dog. Come onto your hands and knees. Find your way to your back. Lay down for Shavasana. We keep a lot of tension in our hips, and that radiates out to the rest of our body. And after a nice juicy hip opener practice and hip stretches, we start to release that tension and move energy through our body and ultimately leave lighter and freer, looser than when we walked or stepped onto our mat. The many, many fruits of yoga practice, the gift that keeps on giving. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Slowly roll onto your right side into a fetal position. Use your right arm as a pillow. And then press yourself up to an easy cross-legged seat. Bring your hands to a prayer, thumb knuckles to your chest, heart center. Acknowledge and appreciate yourself for practicing along and taking time out for yourself. We'll close with a deep breath in, deep breath out. Bring your hands to your forehead. Gently bowing forward. Say namaste. Okay. Thank you guys so much for practicing along. That was our hips flow. As always, please let me know and reach out to me if you have any questions, feedback, comments, things that you'd like to see. And I invite you to practice along with me in our awesome community here at Hudson River Athletics every Sunday at 9 a.m. Now we're indoors, and we'll either be in the gym space if there's a lot of us, or if we have a smaller class, in the studio space. So hopefully see you soon, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for practicing.